Let's toss it over to Andy Challenger now. A Challenger Grand Christmas for his top tips on searching for work. Andy.
Yeah, despite the fairly negative jobs report that we saw in January, we actually saw some good news at the end of the month in job postings online. For the first time, we saw at the end of January, online job site postings reach pre-pandemic levels. We saw that jobs in delivery and construction and warehousing remained fairly steady as those industries have done well throughout the pandemic. And then we actually saw an increase in some higher wage jobs in technology and finance. That's a great sign that the economy is getting close to starting its next rally in the jobs market.
Andy, tell us what glimmers of hope you are seeing for job seekers.
With a little bit of good news in the labor market, thought it was a good time to go through some tips for searching during the pandemic. At first is that networking is still really important. Continue to do it even if you can't be face-to-face. Use video conferencing technology like Zoom and Skype. They're pretty good replacements. Second is apply. Keep going back to jobs that maybe you were even rejected from a couple months ago. A lot of the areas where there's hiring, there's a lot of turnover, so those jobs may become available again. Start familiarizing yourself now with the video conferencing tools that you're going to run into in an interview. So practice with friends and family. Get really comfortable. Find a good spot within your house to set up your computer that's well lit, has a relatively neutral background, but that's something a little different than a plain white wall. Also, one thing it's hard to do during an interview is connect really personally with people over the camera. So we recommend using the interviewer's first name a lot. Connect with them personally. That goes a long way in an interview. And then lastly, stay positive. This is a time when people are anxious, they're at home alone, and if you can bring a little bit of joy and life to the interview, it will go very well.
Thanks as always, Andy.
Thanks for having me, Angie.
Business First AM. Check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.